We are now 250 kilometers from Aswan, halfway on our journey.
Let's go see the temple at Amada.
Our first stop is not a temple, it is a tomb, an entire mountain that was moved 30 kilometers from Aniba near Qasr Ibrim.
In the tomb here of Penawut, it's quite small for a man of such stature because Penawut was the viceroy of Kush. That meant he was an Egyptian man sent down into Nubia to control the taxes coming up from the kingdom of Kush. In his tomb, we can see his wife and the man Penawut giving a text to, giving a text to the god Thoth. Thoth writing down that they have not sinned. Quite ironic, considering Penawut sanctioned the robbing of the Valley of the Kings during the reign of Ramses VI. And here we see Penawut's wife and himself again before Horus. Horus presenting them to Osiris, shown in his red dress, and this time not with green skin, wearing a nemes and a crown, the white crown. Here we can see Isis and Nephthys behind, supporting Osiris in his decision to allow the viceroy into heaven. Down here we can see Penawut on his knees before the cow goddess Hathor, and Hathor is welcoming him into his tomb. This mound is his tomb, the mound that was moved in the 60s. It's amazing. Here's the tomb inside, and Hathor coming out with the lotus and papyrus, greeting the man. Down here is the most intact image of Penawut in the entire tomb. It is Penawut in the middle, being poured over, being cleansed by Thoth and Anubis. The water painted with this beautiful blue because Penawut started to gain power. The priests started to gain power, and this is where Egypt began to decline. Over here is Penawut's wife shaking a sistrum, and Penawut giving an offering of lotus and papyrus flowers to Osiris. We see the solar barge, which would have taken Penawut on his journey to the afterlife. In the center is a triad statue that would have featured Penawut in the middle, maybe his wife on this side, and a daughter on that side. We're not sure, but Penawut was shown under the protection of the cow goddess Hathor coming out of the tomb, the same scene that we see on the walls. Down here is Penawut and his wife and his family bringing the offerings to Horus, giving them back to Penawut for him to enjoy in the afterlife. Down here is probably the most telling scene. It's Penawut shown with two priests adorning him in jewelry, the jewelry that he sanctioned to be stolen from the Valley of the Kings. It is absolutely incredible to see this. We see very few people depicted like this. Here, Penawut is raised. He's shown in a bigger figure than the priests. Thus, he is more important. Usually, a pharaoh was the only figure shown taller than the average person.
Now crumbled away, it is in the tomb here that we read that Ramses VI rewarded Penawut for his work done in Nubia. He was a high priest. His wife was a high priestess named Taka, and she used to sing and play the sistrum in the temple at Aniba.